This is my favorite dressing right now. It's the Olive Garden Caesar. Okay. A life update. Girl. Stuff annoys me so bad. Like, how do you have every story I've ever storied? And the name on the story says Becca from Kiki LaRue, which means you didn't go back and get it right now. It means it was videoed back then. Or you got it from somewhere else that was videoing it back then, which is gross because you said you didn't know those people. It's so gross. So every day is like a different prove it battle. Like, apparently I'm crazy and have a mental illness. Like, that's so rude to say. Number one, especially considering, like, I'm not the one who's taken medicine for 20 years, but who cares if you have to? That's so rude to, like, use that as an excuse. Like, maybe I don't have a mental illness. Maybe I just caught your ass. So frustrating. Like, why say someone that you loved has a mental illness? Like, since when? Are you nuts? Oh, these are my favorite croutons. Yeah. I'm a mental illness. Do you want to be joking me? Do I? I feel like I'm pretty damn together to figure it all out. Hello. Yes. Oh, let's try to save this. I'm just gonna make a salad, eat my salad, shave my face because I think my makeup isn't going on really good right now because I have too much peach fuzz. Sorry, I know this is probably super loud. Like, that's all the cheese that's left. Should I just dump it on my salad? I should, huh? I mean, who wants to leave that little bit in the back? Back up. Anyways, just couldn't get over that part. Like, that's really not... I hate, like, that someone would say something like that as, like, an excuse. Like, why say it like it's such a negative... Especially when there's videos where you're like, yeah, I should have never said that. Like, it's just gross. I don't know. I'll never understand that whole thing. But, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, darling. Oh, a drop. I fell down my boobs right now. God, Chick-fil-A sweet tea is the best, right? Okay, so update. I have felt like absolute crap for the last like 24 hours. I slept in today to try to feel better, and I did feel a little bit better. I mean, I do feel better. I just feel like my body is like really tired. I don't know if it's just that I'm like exhausted, like mentally. God, am I even allowed to say that? Is that gonna make me look crazy if I say I'm exhausted mentally? It's so frustrating. You know, all this shit is so frustrating, and it's so unnecessary. Okay. I'm about to go to the bathroom and turn off the filter. And shave my face. Hold on. Stay there. Hold on. I need to turn this filter off. There you go. Oh, God. Just me and my freckles and you now, guys. Hello. I was way cuter with the filter. But look, I have like all this dark hair here. I have dark hair here. Stuff's gotta go. Okay, don't get mad if I eat while I'm on camera, okay? I mean, y'all won't, but, you know. Here's the narrative right now, is that I am apparently obsessed with the people who talk about me online. No, just a couple. That for 15 years, I've been obsessed with it. The fuck? How come I ain't got no screenshots on my phone for 5 years then? And then I'm apparently crazy. Noted. My counselor literally sat down with us and told him that I'm one of the most sane people she's ever seen, especially considering the amount of trauma that I've been through. Like I've told y'all, she said that before. I didn't make that up. So it's like, why are you trying to say I'm crazy now? That doesn't make any sense. Also, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, that's the best thing you can come up with. So, that's where we are. Apparently, I'm nuts. I think I just can't, like, wrap my brain around it. Like, why would you say that? Like, you know, like, I feel like if anybody has a right to go crazy over the last couple of years, it's me, for sure. But also, I didn't. Not only did I not, like, the crazy part was, like, sticking it out, thinking, like, telling myself that what was happening wasn't happening. And it was. Right. Don't hate me. I have to eat some food because I have to get, like, my mojo back. My whole body is, like, achy feeling. Hold on, let me grab a razor. For my face. These are the tools. So, really just listening to someone that you loved for a long time say things like that. You're just like, oh, what? Also, shame on you, because people really do, people really do have mental illnesses, and I feel like this is, like, making light of that when you're saying that I do just because I caught your ass, you know? Also, if I did, like, why wouldn't you want to help instead of, like, making fun of me or making it worse? I don't know. But it is what it is. I'm not embarrassed by whether I did or didn't because I know better. I am embarrassed that that's the best you can come up with. Really? I wonder if I should put oil on my face before I shave it. Someone Google it and tell me. Anyways, other than that, I want to sit in the sink. Hold on. Is that what they say? It's never them, it's that you're crazy. Wait, is that what they say? Yeah, and then I have videos where he's like, I'm like, why did you call my counselor while you were on a ski trip? You've never done that before. And he's like, well, I don't know. She's just someone you trust. I'm like, I've literally barely been seeing the lady for a month and a half. And that's who you think. Also, I wasn't going nuts. My bank account was frozen. Like, that's not me going crazy. That's a fact. Why is my bank account frozen when I'm the only one who has a job? Like, nothing crazy literally happened at all. Besides, I'm putting all this shit together and it ain't making sense. Well, it ain't making sense that it could be anybody else. That's what it ain't. But like I said, I mean, even before, like, my deposition, I had said, like, if I go in there and tell the exact truth of what's going on with my life, it's going to look like you and her, not just her. And if it looks like both y'all, then she's going to pin it on you. So you tell me, because all I want to do is protect you. Just didn't make any sense. But now, I don't give a damn. Let the cards fall where they may. This stuff's got to go. I'm tired of this. Like, I'm like losing my will to want to protect people, and like, I gotta get back to work. Oh my God, look at all that hair. That is gross. Yeah, and then so like the closer we got to, if I use an oil or a thick moisturizer, okay, I'm definitely going to then. I can use this rose oil. I can use this Sunday Riley. Now let's use this. It won't give me razor burn if I use this oil. Let's use it. No, and so here's what. The closer we got to finalizing our loan, like the nicer he was and the less I was nuts. You know, then it was like, oh my God, I love you so much. But then when I told everybody, like, I think there's some shady shit going on, all of a sudden, I'm crazy again. Am I? Because I feel like no. But you can't, like, in these situations, there's nobody, like, you, whether you're going through any kind of case, whether it's a divorce or a lawsuit or any kind of case, you can't go right to the judge and be like, hey, look, this happened, or hey, here's this. I put it in my mouth. And that's what she said. You can't go right to the judge and be like, look, look, look. Or otherwise I would be like fighting over my car. How in the hell did I buy a car on my birthday and now all of a sudden it's not my car? It's not my birthday present. Like, why didn't we buy it in a different month then? Why did you send me screenshots of vintage cars before that? Why did I say in the videos, like, I'm not picking what you want. If this is my birthday, we're picking what I want. And then you have to prove this stuff, and it's just like, oh, I hate it. Like, why are we wasting money to... Hopefully you can't see under my dress. Hold on. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put you all the way up here. Okay. Now can you hear me? Now can you see me? I'm real close. You like to do it dry? I just put oil over my face. Using oil is better. Look. Are you joking me right now? Oh, that actually hurts. Anyways. I just want it all to be done. Like, this is exhausting. Also, like, the person that I knew would never be doing this stuff. So it's, like, weird because you don't even, like, know that kind of person. You're like, that's not the person I've been with for forever. It doesn't make any sense. And you gotta be kidding me. My towel's on the ground. Hi, Eddie. Oh, Mel, I didn't see what you wrote earlier. No, it's just so frustrating. Like, don't be ugly. Like, let's just go. Like, we could have saved $1 million if we would have just hashed this out a long time ago. Why go through all this trouble to make me look like I'm batshit crazy? It's stupid. I didn't make it all up. What really sucks is there'll be an exact conversation between two of them, and then the exact oh, this is gross. Hold on, I gotta get a towel. What can I use? Dang it, my big ass is about to have to get down. Hold on. Can you see? No? Okay, let me get back in here. Sorry. So close. So anyways, I don't know. And also, like, if I'm not supposed to talk about anything, like, that's how we made our entire living. Like, we wouldn't have built that house if I didn't share my private life with the internet. And now it's like, oh, don't share your private life with the internet. Like, if I wouldn't have done that, you literally wouldn't have an attorney right now. So it sucks that it's like I don't want to get in trouble and I want to do everything the right way. But at the same time, like, if I was able to tell the truth from the very beginning of everything that happened, like, y'all would have convinced me to get the hell out a long time ago. Sorry. That's what we're doing. Do I think the crazy shit will stop after I'm divorced? No. No. Oops. Oh, don't spill. Sunday Riley lotion. I don't know. I hope so. I really do pray that it does. Do I think it will? No. Because now I've grasped the reality of, I think it's like an obsession, which is weird because I never thought of that. Like, he used to say that to me all the time and I used to be like, dude, what? No, not at all. Like, I promise. Trust me, I thought I would be like the one who was like super sad or super crazy or would hate the new girlfriend, and I really don't. Like, I'm like, get you something, go do what you want to do, sis, call me later. Like, I really am not. Honestly, though, I'm really not that type of person in regular life, though. So I guess I kind of knew I wasn't going to be, like, ugly to anybody. I've never met whoever he's with now. I don't care. Do you, boo? I'm not mad about it. I promise. I just want you to go away. Leave me alone. Please. But the point of breaking into my stuff is to delete videos, pictures, text messages. Because what's funny is I'll like go through 2 different backups, and there'll be different like text messages on each backup. Like one phone has like, hold on, 4 months of text messages in a row deleted. Like, how did that happen? I don't know. It's so crazy. But like, I didn't do it myself, guys. Oh. And I definitely wouldn't delete someone's text messages that were, that was like currently suing me, obviously. Like, I would need those to go forward. But would you delete those messages? Would those messages get deleted if somebody else was benefiting from that person suing me? Think about that. Because why would I delete them? That would help me a whole lot. Luckily, I had sent a bunch of my friends messages, like screenshots of messages before this. Well, like during different people's employment. Sometimes I would send them messages, like about certain topics. So, like if I was complaining about how come he can't handle anything by himself, or how come he's passing things off, then I would like screenshot that message and send it to my friends. So they had a ton of information. And Apple was able to give me back a lot of data, not all my data. So that was really helpful. Am I doing this right? I don't know. Yeah, he's lived with the girl since December, but he says February on paper. I think they started dating in November, and I'm happy for him. Go do your thing. Girl, just keep him away from your business. That's all I say. Keep your password separate. Anyways. So, and I know somebody on my Instagram, like people can follow from fake accounts and I won't ever know because there's 28,000 people in here. So somebody, or, I mean, I don't know if it's his account that he has that he can see everything, but I don't know. The intention is obviously not for what I say to be repeated to him, but it definitely happens, and that's fine. Just know I'm not following his account, and I don't have anybody sending me anything from his account, and I never have. Oops. No, I just want all this to be done. Just blows my mind that it's like, you're not, like there's limits to things you can say, but there wasn't limits to things I could say when we were making all the money to afford, you know, the things we have now or the attorney fees we pay now, you know? Back then it was okay to tell everybody everything. And I never really had to like think about anything. But this is far from over, because the divorce is just the first step. And then after the divorce, there'll be the whole, because in divorce, you can only divide what is truly there. So if there's only $500, you can only split $500. But if there's any need to sue anybody for any other reason, you don't do that in divorce court. Divorce court is just getting through the divorce. So that's what we'll do first. And then we'll go from there. But his goal is to make me not be able to, in my opinion, his goal is to break me down, make me feel like I'm nuts, and keep me off the camera so I don't make any money, so then I can't fight back at all. If I don't have any money to fight back, even after this divorce, then what do I do? If all my customers stop coming around because I sound crazy or any of those things, then what do I do? But that's not going to happen because I'm not crazy. And you aren't going anywhere. And that apparently makes some people really mad, which is so weird to me. I don't know. We're just not the same. So, It is what it is, darlings. Thank God for you guys, though. So many people message me and they're like, man, Becca, you've helped me so much just talking about your story. And that's my goal. I don't want sympathy. If I wanted sympathy or sympathy sales, I would have told y'all 2 years ago what the hell is going on. Because trust me, there were so many days where I had to like hug him on camera knowing like I just cussed him out earlier in the day or we just got in a fight or something. And I couldn't say anything because I didn't want anybody to know what was going on. Because honestly, I didn't know what was going on. It looked like one thing, but you're just praying it ain't that thing. And that's the part that I said for so long. I felt like I was being deceitful to you guys. Because I wasn't telling you like, holy shit, guys, this just happened. Or holy shit, guys, like I just got cussed out by Bub in my kitchen. And Ben literally just leaned over on his elbows and watched it like it was a freaking video. With my girlfriends out there and my kid there and everything. But I couldn't like say that back then because I didn't know why it was happening. So I surely didn't want to say anything about it online. You want to think that person just has bad judgment or something. Turns out, nope. It's all part of a little plan, and that's okay. And that's the thing. The more I figured out the plan, the more I was crazy. So now I'm just, apparently, I have a mental illness. Like, what mental illness? Figured it out. A phobia? Is that what it is? Oh, so much peach fuzz. You have no idea. Like, I am Iranian through and through. Yeah. Yes, I am. Oh, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know. I don't concern myself on what relationships he has or don't have. They're none of my business. I literally don't care. It's weird, too, because you'd think you'd care, but I really don't. I even thought, like, I asked my counselor, like, is there something wrong with me? Because I don't feel anything. Like, I literally don't care. I'm not sad about it. I'm not envious. I'm not anything. And I think it's because you know that how much they lied to you, so it doesn't leave, like, I'm not, I think maybe in relationships, I'm totally not thinking before I say this, but maybe in relationships we think, like, where you get jealous of the next girl, maybe you get that way because you thought they treated you so good, but, like, I knew better, so it doesn't make me jealous. I don't know. Because I really did wonder that, too. I asked my counselor, like, how come I don't care? Like, how come it doesn't make me jealous? I'm going to have to shave this with a razor. In the shower. Honestly, you can dermaplane your own face, but I think it's a good idea to like go like once every couple months and pay someone $75 at the spa to do it because they probably do so much better job. I'm gonna have like razor burn all over my face tomorrow. And the other thing about the troll situation, like I've known it was there for over a decade and it only became like a prevalent part of my dialogue in the last couple years when I found out one of the people were someone that worked for me, but not only that someone that worked for me, but someone that had direct access into my house. I know right now who some of them are and I literally don't give a shit. Like I know that Ben's neighbor has talked about me on there. I saw the question I asked her posted on there. I know that one of this other girl that I know is on there. It doesn't bother me at all. They can continue to say whatever they want, but you can't sue me for telling my friends that you did that if you're doing that. That's the only thing. Otherwise, I don't care. People can say, I'm not for everybody, so people can have whatever opinion they want. I don't think it's right that they say things like, you know, I'm responsible for my dad's death, or I have an STD, or I lie on my taxes, or any of these other horribly false, but also horrible things. But whatever, that, you know, there's nothing I can do about it, I guess. I don't really care. I'm not here to, like, crusade on, oh my God, stop the people from saying bad things. People are going to say what they want to say. But to go sue somebody because they told their internet friends that you did it, when I literally went to the police station with one of the girls and she tells them that she told the other girl exactly what the blog says. And then after they're both gone and stuff is still getting repeated, well, now we got a big old problem. Because how the hell is it getting out of my house when neither of those people are here? So how can they hear me? And then you find out later on that your husband is okay with you paying one of those girls. And you're just like, what the fuck? Oh, well, no. Absolutely not. Not after I literally sat here and told everybody in the world you had nothing to do with it. No. So, it doesn't mean I have a mental illness because I figured you out. So shame on you for saying that. Honestly, I can't believe I don't at this point for all the shit I've been through. This is a lot of shit. And I still try to be nice to strangers. Like I was that girl that lives a couple doors down from him. When I knew in my heart, don't, stay away. But I was like, well, she's so nice. And she sends me videos of her kid saying how much she loves me. And then the exact sentence I ask her ends up on the blog. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then the other day she posted in our like group page for our city that my company had a breach. Like, no, it didn't. My cell phone did. There's a big difference. And it didn't even have a breach. Someone got in my phone. Got into accounts that were on my phone. That is a factual statement. But to go, like, publish something on a neighborhood group page and be like, just thought we were doing everybody a favor. First of all, why you block me out of the group before you say that shit? Number one. And number two, like, people were commenting on her post telling her, like, take this down. This is slander. You shouldn't be saying this stuff. Like, that's not even what happened. It's really shitty to put something up here like this. So now I have to follow up and go down those avenues, which sucks. More money wasted with attorneys. But that's slander. You shouldn't be able to say that, you know? But otherwise, yeah, I don't care. I literally don't mind it. People can say whatever you want. You just can't say what you want and then get mad if I tell on you that you're saying that shit. Like, if I say it about you, I've never made an account and said something horrible to somebody in my life, not under my own name. I don't even think I've ever said anything horrible to anybody on the internet. I'm trying to think. Have I ever even said anything mean? No, probably not. Even if I've said, like, I don't recommend this company or I wouldn't use them, I'd say it under my own name with my own face. I definitely wouldn't do it anonymously. How is anybody going to take you seriously if you say it anonymously? That's so weird. Also, why are all the people that say shitty things to me on the internet following my ex-husband's Instagram account? That's so weird. Like, that person, like, trolled me the whole way home from Africa, and now they're following you on Instagram. And your Instagram's private, so you have to let them. Or XYZ person sent messages to our child about us getting a divorce, and now they're following your private Instagram. That's so gross. But whatever. Okay, does my face look sparklier now? What about my brother? Which brother? Did he witness any of it? My brothers witnessed him telling me, I love you so much, I don't want a divorce, let's go get a budget, let's do this, blah, blah, blah. And I knew he was lying, but I didn't know. And he had really filed for divorce before he'd even gone out there. And I didn't know. I found out on Instagram. Like 2 days later. But it was so weird because the whole time he was talking, I was like, brother, I promise you he's lying. I don't know how I know that, but I literally could just feel it in my bones. And my brother's like, no, sis, he's literally telling you he does not want a divorce. He has no intentions on doing that. And something in my gut was just like, he's freaking lying. And sure enough, that was like on the 25th. On the 27th, I found out on Instagram that he had already, I'm not for sure on those exact dates, but somewhere along those timeline, he had already filed. I know, go microblade your face. We should all do this like once a week together. Go do your skincare. It's not even, my face is so gross right now, it don't even feel good. I'm gonna go get a razor when I get in the shower. Shave my whole face with a razor. It does feel good though, and your makeup really does go on way better after, what's on my finger now? After, what is that? It's like a paint. After you do shave your face, it really does feel so much better. Y'all, I felt like crap yesterday, and I still feel today like 70%, not 100% for sure. Hold on. Oh my god. Can you not see up my dress? Okay. Oh, okay. Can't believe my legs can stretch like that. Let me move y'all back down here to reality. So, it is what it is. I just want this all to be over. And then I don't care. I don't care what they record. I don't care what he records. I literally don't give an actual shit. I think it's gross. Like, you know you weren't recording my videos back in the day, so you got those from somewhere, and the person that you got them from, it's gross. Like, that's gross. That is gross. Just go. Get away. Go do your own thing. That is gross. Like, how do you explain to other people why you're always on the computer? Fucking weirdo. It's gross. I don't know. Hopefully it'll... Oh, it feels so good. Is there anything that feels better? Also, how come there's never anything on your Q-tip? You clean your ears all the time, and it's just... Oh, it feels so good. There's just never anything on there. My kid's ears, though... Oh... He's hanging out with his friend today. They're at a movie, living his best life. He's like, Mom, I got you a candle today. Thanks, buddy. He's so cute. Got me a candle with your job money or with my money? You know, I didn't ask him because I didn't want to be rude, but I'm like thinking like with your money or with my money. Our bodies also go through the grieving process. Maybe that's why you're also getting sick. I don't know. I don't know why... A grown-up man has come to do this. Or you'd want to. Like, what's making you that mad? That's all I want to know. In the end of this, like, what was it that just catapulted you to such anger? Like, what was that thing? Like, did I, like... I don't know. Like, what could I have done? I don't know. I can't wonder that. That's, like, why I'm in therapy. Because I can't wonder forever. But I do just wonder, like, what did I do? I don't know. I don't know. For the people wondering, how come I don't follow Mr. Big and Mr. Big doesn't follow me? Trolls, listen up if you're listening, sweethearts. Because y'all go through my freaking... Not y'all. 99% of you do not. But some people go through my friends list and they look for him or look for me, and then somebody decided to send him a message. And that's not okay. So... And you can see my Facebook stories, if just like my Instagram stories, if we're friends on Facebook, and we are. So, and no one can see my friends and no one can see his friends. You can see like when he tags me in pictures, which I didn't know the first time he tagged me in the pictures about Rome. And then I saw the pictures and I was like, oh, those are on my page. But I don't have a lot of friends on Facebook on purpose. But that's why on Instagram, I never want anybody I ever date to follow me. And I never want anybody that I date, I don't want to follow them either. Like, I don't need to see it. If you're friends on Facebook, you can still see the same things. But man, they be creating some narratives, right? Oh my God, y'all are so thirsty. Like, it is not that big of a deal, guys. No. And if you really want to know the truth at first, no, I don't even need to say that part. I don't. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I will say this. In the very beginning, when I started dating Mr. Big, I was like, I don't want you to follow me on Instagram at all because it's just a place that I talk to my girlfriends. And most stories, like, I copy over to Facebook, but if I ever don't, it's because, like, it's just for you stories. Like, just for my girlfriend stories, which means, like, I don't need my aunt and uncles and everybody else to be seeing it on Facebook. And so sometimes I would, like, make a story and then... like send it to him. And then I was like, this is kind of dumb. And then I thought I was safe for a little while, so I eased up. But also, like, it's so weird. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't follow anybody. I don't follow anybody's spouse. I don't think. Maybe Amber Wampler's husband, Cody. Because he has all kinds of business shit that I like to share. I love that guy. I love the whole family, actually. Hello? Hello, Kim? Oh, no. The weirder part is, like, sitting across somebody that you love or did love for a long time. And they say stuff. It's not true. And you're just like, boy, you know better. But they say it with a straight face. And I'm like, that's what makes you dangerous. That's what I used to tell them. Because you know and I know that that's not true. And that's what makes you, that's what I consider a dangerous person. When you know and I know it's not true and you say it with a straight face. Oh, I need this. Look at that. Look at that carrot. That makes you dangerous. But I'm hoping that when this is all over, the truth will come out. People have the opportunity right now to tell the God's honest truth. So I'm praying they will. I don't know. It's going to go one of two ways. They're going to tell the truth, and I'm going to be able to move down this path. Or they're going to continue to lie, and I'm going to have to go down those paths. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm prepared for both. I just want to get divorced. Because it's like living under a microscope thing. Because like you don't want to say anything wrong. You don't want to say too much. You don't want to say... Oh, I hate thinking like that. Like I want to go back to not having to think. That's how I do my job the best. And then... How come I'm not skinny, all the salads I'm eating? Sorry, I'm chewing with my mouth open. I told you that. Also, I can never be an attorney because if I know you're lying, I'm not helping you. And it blows my mind. There's people out there that can assist people in lying. Like the other day when I posted that vacation. My fans thought they were, remember we call them fans now. Because there's no trolls like that. I don't even know what a troll is. A fan. They thought they were so smart. Because video said May 25th, 2022. Or 2021. Yeah, that's when we were going on the vacation to the Bahamas. And then the next day, he contacted his attorney to, I guess, ask if he should go. But also, that's like 20 days after my dad died. That's gross. Like, you knew you were still planning all this shit. That was gross. Ring-a-ding-ding. What'd she just say? What does that say? Is he elongating this process because being married still exempts him from legal trouble of what he's doing criminally? I don't know. You are smarter than I thought. Hopefully it'll be over in the next couple months. We'll see. I'm ready to feel normal again. Not give a damn. Also, there's some like laws that make accessing other people's information okay because you're married. Let's get a divorce. Also, I ain't trying to break in nobody's shit. Zero things. But stop saying that Camaro ain't mine. Thank y'all for letting me eat. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing criminally or not. I don't have an answer. I don't know. Hopefully nothing. I know I'm not doing anything. I guess it'll all figure out. Once you file or separate, that shit should go out the door. I know. And once you file, it should be separate income. But it ain't. And in my case, like I filed in March of 2021. And he didn't. And then I thought like, he kept going back and forth. Like one day telling me he wanted a divorce. The next day say no. Every other damn day for like 8 months. Meanwhile, I'm still paying all the bills. Money's coming out of my account that I don't know about. So I start freaking out. Hold on. So, yeah. I don't know. I just want to be done. Honestly. Like, we could have been so cool in all this, you know? Could have been like, hey, I don't like you. You don't like me. It's cool. Let's separate. You could do your thing. I could do my thing. Like, Whoopi was talking about that the other day. He was like, Mom, this could have been handled so differently. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. But it really could have. Like, I could have been friends with his new girlfriend. Like, we could have been all cool and been one of those families where, like, everyone gets along. But then I found out all the other shit. Now we can't be cool. And that sucks. And I'd even forgive him for a lot of the shit that he did to me if he would just admit it. But making me spend thousands and thousands of dollars just to prove it, now we can't be cool. So, it is what it is. Last bite. I'm like obsessed with salads lately. I better be getting skinny. I appreciate y'all. And it's okay. At the end of the day, it'll all be done soon. It can't last forever, right? It should definitely end in the next couple months, I hope. I had this separate apartment a couple years ago because he was acting like a child and drinking all the time and just spinning like crazy and not contributing at all and wouldn't go to work and wouldn't do anything. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get my own place and you're gonna act like a grown-up. Turns out that did not solve the problem. And then I think it was not until 2020 when I realized, like, you're still paying the bills over there. You still have a housekeeper going over there. You're still paying you're still putting your paycheck in your joint checking. I never really thought about that. I feel like I just heard Whoopi. Because I was like, man, why didn't we go through any of this crazy shit back then? But we didn't go through any of this crazy shit back then because I was still paying the bills. But also, when you don't think that people would use you for money, you don't, like, that possibility never pops into your head. So when I was trying to figure out, like, why did it work so well a long time ago and now it's so contentious? Well, because back then I was still paying for everything. Now, as soon as I stopped putting my money in our joint checking, like, shit went to shit. So I get it. With the, like, the house stuff, I don't know. All he's ever told me is that I did it to myself. Like, what? But then when it was happening, he was like, yeah, I know. How did that get on there? How did they know that? Or that's very weird. And then now it's like, oh, she did it to herself. Did I? Oh. Like, why would I stop myself from making money? Like, I was literally on Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies in America the year before I hired her. And now, 2 years in a row, actually. And now, like, everything's gone to shit. Why would I do this to myself? Why would I stop myself from being successful? Like, no one wants to do that. That's like saying, you know what? Here's a pot of gold. No, I'll pass. I'd rather struggle. Like, no one's going to say yes to that. Were we separated? Yes. During the apartment? Yes. And I bought the land for my house during that time, but I told him, like, I'm buying that land with or without you, so shit or get off the pot. Figure out what you're going to do. And he would write me all these texts and say all these things and say, I'm going to do better. I'm going to be better. I still have those messages, even though they're not in one of my backups. And I just believed it. I started on new threads because I thought, okay, let's give him something to do. And it just didn't do anything. I don't know what she thinks or knows because I don't think he's telling her. I think he probably says that I'm nuts and I do it to myself. But, like, I literally record it from another phone now just so you can see. Oh, thank you. You're so nice. Yeah, Tiff, I hate that part. And I really do hope that, like, even if he never admits all the shit he did to me, just at least apologize for the weight that this caused to my kid so that they can have some kind of relationship, which I know it's going to be hard because Whoopi just, like, he lived it. He asked the questions too. He got lied to too, like, all that. But I just hope that, I don't know. I've seen people have relationships with their parents, even though one of their parents is really shitty. Like, my bio dad wasn't really good to me, but, like, I would still be cordial to him and nice, even though, like, I knew I couldn't trust him. So I hope that Whoopi can, like, repair that relationship. But I know right now I don't think he wants to, because right now his dad is still telling him stuff like, I'm so disappointed in you and all this stupid shit. Like, you don't want to have, like, it doesn't make you want to move forward in a relationship when the other person's, like, still blaming you for stuff. It's so stupid. So, yeah. But I do hope that they can figure it out eventually, because I don't want my kid to not grow up with a dad, for sure. No matter if he's shitty to him or not, like, I want him to have some kind of, I don't know. Why can't you just be nice to the kid, even if you hate my guts? You know? Like, he's such a good kid. He really is such a good kid. But I don't know. Sometimes I think he's, like, jealous of Whoopi. It's not weird as that sounds. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. Ben used to say that Bub was jealous of Whoopi. I think Ben is. I'm shocked about a lot of it too, but mostly the part that's, like, hard to swallow is that my dad died and Libeth died during all this. And then there was those moments where, like, we sat on my counselor's couch and he literally told my counselor that Libeth was the closest person to me that had ever died. So you hear the person that you love telling your counselor that the person that just died is the closest person you've ever had to you die. So you feel like they're understanding what you're going through. And then to know that you were behind the things that were happening, that's the part that, like, just does not, like, I don't know. It doesn't compute for me. Like, how do you say, you know, it's like an extra level of, like, what the fuck? Like, you literally sat there and said you knew Libeth was the closest person in my life that had died. So you understood. Or did you say that just to be manipulating in some, like, weird, sick way? I don't know how to explain it. It's like, if you knew, or like one time Krista and him were having a conversation and Krista was like, dude, you've got to, like, either show up and let her know that you're on her team and you support her, or you got to go away. And he's like, I know she's going through more than any person should and blah, blah, blah. So again, you're like, oh, they get it. They, like, understand. And then I literally like got on my actual physical knees in my own house, in front of my friends, in front of him, and put my hands together like this and prayed in front of him, like hands clasped, and was like, please tell me, like, how can I make it look like you're not involved? Or tell me what I've done to make you not want to show me that you're not involved? And he just stood there and stared at me. And you're just like, but didn't you say yesterday that, like, this is more than any normal person should ever have on their plate? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So, I don't know. Some things I don't think I'll ever be able to make sense. But I know that if I kept putting my money in that joint checking account, we would probably still be doing that dance, and thank God I didn't. Because I cannot imagine going through that for years more. Like, I would have to pull over on the side. And that's the other thing, too. Like, right up there with the Lee Beth situation on the couch, when I go back and, like, read through these text messages so I can, like, write the narrative out, there were times when I would call him and tell him that I was pulled over on the side of the road having a panic attack, and he would come rescue me. Like, he would come get me. And you just think back now, like, God, it makes you feel disgust. Ugh. Like, see, it gives you, like, the heebie-jeebies right now. Ugh. God. Ugh. Ugh. That's gross. Ugh. You know? Like, how do you, like, rescue someone from a situation that you caused, you know? I'm good. I'm not even sad. It just gives you, like, the grossness, you know? Yeah. Ugh. I'm not sad. Do not feel bad for me right now. It just gives you, like, the heebie-jeebies. But I would read through those texts, and I would be like, I literally called him to come to tell him, like, I'm pulled over on the side of Rockgate and I don't feel safe to keep driving down the road. That doesn't mean I have a mental illness. That means I'm being terrorized in my own house, and shame the fuck on you for causing it. But who did I call? And then I wised up. By the end of the year, I no longer called him. I called Brittany, or I called Sarah or Krista or anybody else, and was like, I remember one time I was on my way to Christy's house and I had a panic attack. I pulled over at this little gas station on 377 by the cookie place that I went to last year. And I, like, just could not breathe anymore. In his dad's truck that I was driving. Yeah. But, I mean, I've prayed to be wrong so many times in this situation, too, with all this stuff going on. Because, honestly, like, being wrong would make you feel less crazy. It would make you feel like, see, you thought something, but it turns out it was fine, you know? Like, just let me be wrong one time. Let me have that because, you don't, if you're right, like, it makes it worse. So you just want to be wrong, like, once or twice. Also, like, shame on you for saying I have a mental illness because I caught your ass. Like, that's so rude. And not even rude, because it's not bad to have a mental illness. But, like, I have friends who have, like, mental illnesses. And, like, you shouldn't be allowed to say that stuff. That's so rude. Like, that's so hateful. I don't know. My goal in all this is I hope the judge says, shame on you. You were greedy, and you're never allowed to use the internet again. That would be the ultimate win. She's not going to say that, but I wish she did. That would be, like, the best gift ever. But also, like, shame on you. That's so not nice to say. It's not even not nice to say, because I hate to say it like that. Because just because somebody has a mental illness or doesn't, but to use that as your scapegoat, like, you mean to tell me that your counselor that we have not seen, I have not been to that counselor since 2019, I think. Like, I have a new counselor. We went to her together. She said I was sane, and you're a sociopath. But just to say, like, the reason we're getting divorced is because, like, I thought it was because I was accusing you of working with her, and now all of a sudden it's because I didn't take the therapist's advice. I'm like, the therapist told me to leave your ass. I definitely didn't take her advice in a timely manner. But also, like, I'm at the end of this, I'm gonna, like, contribute some kind of money or something to people with mental illnesses, because I'm, like, embarrassed that he even said those words out loud. Like, that's so fucking rude. And for someone who takes medicine themselves for anxiety and depression, like, shut your mouth. That's so rude. To use that as your scapegoat, I guess, is the part that just burns me up. Like, you can say whatever you want about me. I probably should have a mental illness at this point. You are my friggin' mental illness. And if I'm wrong, then how do all the pieces fit together? If I'm wrong, then let's trade computers. You can have mine. You can have every password I've ever had. Read every text message that you haven't gone into yet. You can have all of it. I'll give it to you. How about we do it publicly? Even better. No, I said a long time ago, there's nothing that I would never stand in front of my congregation and tell them that I did. Number one, because I know the people who love me despite of all my flaws. But number two, because I ain't done that much bad shit. Like, I bet you can't say the same, you know? Just leave me alone. It doesn't make any sense. Just let me go back to work. Stop painting this picture that I'm this horrible, like, mean. Like, as soon as he latched on to the whole, like, oh, yeah, we're going to make her look like she's just the meanest girl in the world. Get fucking real. No, I say too many cuss words, and we had a banter between us that always, I was sarcastic and sassy, and you acted like the lighthearted, fluffy, dumb one. And, like, in reality, people who knew us in real life knew that was definitely not the case. We can show those videos of where those little marks came from if you want to. Oh no, I just want him to go away and leave me alone. I don't know if it will. But that wouldn't have given him as big of a payday. Yes, I am. Yes, I was. Thank you, 200 of you. I don't know where Bub is now. He left the day that Ben went on the ski trip, and I only saw him one time after that when he came and got his stuff. He left with 0 things, which Ben said he never talked to him again. But then I found a text message in his phone of Bub asking Ben to go play Topgolf. And I was like, if you hate Bub and you say he's dangerous and he's done all these horrible things, you told our counselor all the stuff, whatever, and then he's just going to randomly leave everything he owns in our house, literally guns, clothes, toiletries, took nothing out, except for he'd been taking stuff out. Anyways, I saw it with my own eyeballs, and Ben told me I didn't see it. And then he disappeared, like, altogether. And it's really sad, too, because, I mean, I freaking love that kid like he was my child. I really did. But I think that someone involved convinced him that I said something about his dad on the internet that I hadn't told y'all at that point. And I think he got mad about it, and then it was just downhill from there. I think he was manipulated by her. I've always said that. Because he didn't have a mom, and she acted like she just loved him so much, even though you literally said the same things. So, I don't know. Last time my kid saw Bub, he, like, locked himself in his bathroom at his dad's house because Bub came over there, and he's not supposed to be around him. And he was scared of him. And he told me the other day that was last July. So I don't know where he is. I'm sure I'll see him soon. He's not allowed to be around my kid. Ben agreed to that, too. Yeah, Belinda, I agree. No, my family's definitely supportive of me, for sure, for sure. I agree, Malls. The fact that everyone ate off the plate you provided. Say that again. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Megan Amber. I know it was a nightmare. It is still sometimes, I'm not going to lie. But it's almost over, hopefully. At least, like, after this part's over with, then it'll just be, like, the pursuit of, like... Because with this part is, like, where you have to, like... be sensitive what you say so it's not like you're antagonizing something. When the divorce is over, it's like a free-for-all. I can just tell the truth. Like, I can say from beginning to end, A to B to B to C to C to D. And now it's like anything you can say can be misinterpreted or, like, I don't know, any kind of way. Like, remember a long time ago when I bought my car and I said that Ben was bothering me in the video trying to get me to buy the red Camaro, and I didn't want the red Camaro. I wanted a different car. And then he just kept annoying the shit out of me about the red Camaro. Well, then I said that later on, and now they're trying to make it look like I bought the Camaro for a different reason than my birthday, or like just like I did it out of spite. Like, no, I meant like I got the Camaro even though that wasn't the original car that I wanted. And then I went back and looked at my stories, and sure as shit, I said in my stories, like, here's the one Ben's trying to talk me into, the red Camaro. I looked at the Bel Air, I looked at the Ford truck, I really wanted a Ventura or a Nova. But, you know, like right now things can be totally misunderstood or like construed in a different way. Yes, Brooke. I have all that, yes. Send me your number on Facebook Messenger. But I don't know. And it's just frustrating because you're like I already thought that was in a really extravagant gift for my birthday, but like that's what he wanted to do, so we did it. But then now you see later on when they ask for that as an asset, you're like, oh, that's why you did it. Okay, that makes sense. Because like buying me a Chanel bag for Christmas, like he never did anything like that. Like that was so expensive to go that far. And then to just like, while all the stuff's going on with me, like on the verge of should I trust you, should I not, then you're going to go buy this super expensive handbag, which I ended up sending it back anyways because it wasn't the right one. But I didn't get another one in place of it. But, like, to buy such big things and then, like, a couple months later, we're going to file for divorce. And they're, like, the first things on your asset list. Like, it makes sense, like, later on. Like, oh, okay. I guess she thought it was going to be an asset. But in order for it to be an asset, it has to not be a gift. So, that's why, when I found that part out, I was like, oh. Because at first, I was like, what the fuck? Why are we saying it wasn't for my birthday? Like, we literally went to look at it before my birthday. We went on my birthday to pay for it. You went with me to get the check to pay for it. Only my name's on it. You never drive it. You never touch it. Like, you literally don't do anything with it. I think he's, like, been under the hood 3 times in my life. He fixed the radio, which I asked him not to let Bob and Joel do, and he did anyways. Didn't make any sense. But then later on when I figure out that like in order for it to be an asset it has to not be a gift, I'm like, oh, okay. Like at first I was like, I don't understand, like why are we denying this fact? Like that don't make any sense. And even at the dealership, I was like, no, y'all, like whenever they would ask for stuff, because Ben had said, so you know the story that's missing from my phone is the one where I said that Ben said he was going to tell his dad to bring his checkbook. Remember that story? I won't even say the whole thing, so y'all can DM me and tell me the rest of the story. But that story is missing from my phone, where it like saves your stuff, where Ben had said he was going to tell his dad to bring his checkbook to, I don't even want to finish the story. Y'all can finish the story in my DMs. But I was like, that's weird. Because that would tell you we weren't there to buy Ben a car. We were there to buy me a car. And it was my birthday. Like, also, I have, like, all these screenshots from where he was sending me, like, all these classic cars the week before we went there. So, like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't get it. Yes. Yes, yes. All the things in the last 5 comments, yes. Kindles is, yeah, text me or send me a Facebook message and I'll send you information about her shower and her birthday party. She just had such a cute party for Layla. Oh my God, she did such a good job. She even made like the cookies and oh, she's so talented. But anyways, yeah, that was all that going on. And my dumb ass was just like rolling along with it. I never thought anything. God, sometimes you look back and you're just like, you're so stupid, Becca. Like, you're literally so dumb. But it's okay. And I save all these videos now because now, too, I see that they'll use pieces of them in context. Like, I'm sure this is being screen recorded right now. And they'll use, like, a little piece of it in context. But if they're going to use a piece of it, then I'm going to ask that the entire video be shown beginning to end. Because it's easy to, like, show something as a little part and then not show, like, the context in which it was said. Like, me saying, like, I got a car and that he was annoying the crap out of me. I didn't go buy a car because he was annoying the crap out of me. Like, he was with me when I got it. I got the car, he said, because he was annoying the crap out of me about it. That's what I meant. But good try. I don't know. We'll see. There's a bunch of stuff. And the reason that the fans know what kind of car my kid got is because... Actually, I don't want to tell you yet. It's gross. You'll see. Anyways, okay, it's 11 o'clock. I'm about to get off here. I still haven't posted on social media about my kid's vehicle because I didn't want to. Because, I don't know, just let them argue over it all day. Poor people, nothing else better to do. Like, there's way cooler people for you to analyze their lives. My life's pretty boring, honestly. I like sell some jewelry online every day and sell some clothes and be a mom and clean my house and play with my cat. It's really, like, nothing exciting. But I'm thankful some of y'all are here. Robin, I'm about to let you be in my video if you send another request. Do you want me to tell you hello? I don't think you mean to do that, sweetheart. And I don't know how to make it stop. Should I say yes? Okay, I'm going to watch some Real Housewives and eat my Snickers. But I love y'all. And hopefully all this ends soon. We can go back to regularly scheduled programming. Oh, Mama needs a tan too. I just shaved all my face off. Okay, I love y'all. See you tomorrow.